Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 replay cast. Today it's a 2 vs 2 on Phantom Grove between our two Night Elf players, the Grey Night Elf player, Ravecharmer, our Pink Night Elf player, Mywat, and our other team, our Blue Human player, Yaws, and our Yellow Orc player, IQ 55, Grubby. And I have never casted a game on this map before, so I'm very excited to do that. We're going to speed this up to the 2-minute mark till all the heroes come out. This is a very interesting map. Has lots of interesting creeps that you don't see every day. Infernals and all that such. So very cool indeed. Now our Night Elf player has gone Priestess of the Moon, Keeper of the Grove. We have a Blood Mage first, which is a very interesting choice. Gets himself a Ring of Selling +2. And of course Grubby going for the Blade Master. Well, that's a very interesting choice. The reason why I say so is because, well, the Blood Mage doesn't do a lot by himself, but I'm sure he's going to be transferring mana and such. I think it's been the meta lately for Blood Mages. If you have watched my previous replay, which is a replay of the week, this is a top replay for Warcraft 3 ArenaNet, then you would have seen a Blood Mage and an Archmage together, which I thought was really weird, but the amount of mana that a Blood Mage can siphon is tremendous. He took all of the mana from all of the heroes, Spirit Walkers, everything. And Grubby getting a little juked out by that Priestess of the Moon. And now going on the other way, running for their lives from those random arrows there. Blood Mage up at the Night Elf base, harassing a little bit. Going to try and get himself a Wisp kill, but doesn't look like it's going to happen there. And now the Priestess of the Moon is in on the action. And gonna try and chase down a footman. Meanwhile, Grubby creeping out of this particular camp here. Gets himself a Gloves of Haste. Looks like a giant wolf camp. And Keeper of the Grove now trying to chase down some stuff here. Got himself an Assassin and a Murloc Huntsman to join the fight. And Grunt down very low here. Entangle doing its wonders and gets entangled again. And hits himself up with a healing salve there, but it gets disrupted by the Huntress immediately. And now the battle is on here. The Blood Mage is in on everything and actually took Banish first, which is very interesting. Banished a couple Grunts here to save them. And the Assassin Shadow Melds there. And looks like the Priestess of the Moon is going to try and chase down one of these Grunts here. Looks like she may get herself trapped. Does get herself trapped. Going to go into Scared Night Elf mode there. And Shadow Meld, that's what I like to call that. Scared Night Elf mode. Another Entangle coming down on the Grunt here. And is Grubby going to go after the Assassin or the Keeper of the Grove? Looks like the Keeper of the Grove. And very, very low. Keeper of the Grove may fall here unless he Scroll of Town Portals out of there, and he does. Grubby was just about to pounce on that. The Assassin here may make it out. He does. Lots of Huntresses on the field. One Grunt going to fall. Maybe a second Grunt here. Does look like that is the case. Now we have a level 1 Blood Mage, a level 2 Blade Master versus a level 1, and I believe a level 2, no, level 1 as well, so very interesting there. Now Grubby's base under siege a little bit here. Put some Grunts in those burrows. Has several quad burrowed there. Now releases them back to the wild. Multiple Wisps incoming to Yaws' base here. Am I sensing an Ancient Protector rush? Maybe. Banishes a Rifleman there to save him temporarily, but I don't think that's going to last too long. Hurricane Volt just now coming up a little bit late there, and has some Rifleman there. Rifleman is lost, and some Wisps over there hanging out for now. Now the human base under siege. Make himself a workshop to try and stop all these Huntresses with that siege damage. We'll have to see how that works there. And it looks like Grubby is going to be on his way shortly. Does look like an Ancient Protector rush here. And if I may say so, the underused defense of the game, but it sure does pummel. You sure know when it hits you, that's for sure. They do a lot of damage. Slow, but punishing. Paladin going to try and come out here from the Altar of Kings as a second hero, which is very strange as a second hero, particularly when you have a Blood Mage as your first hero. And it looks like this Paladin may make it out here unless the Night Elf focus that Altar of Elders down. Blood Grubby here going after those Ancient Protectors. Does have a Shadow Hunter as a second hero as well, using Serpent Wards, which is a very interesting skill that you don't see every day. And he's using those Serpent Wards so he can do extra damage to these Huntresses, and it's sure paying off already. Level 2 Blood Mage. And that Paladin is nearly out, going to try and take down this Altar of Kings. Can he do it? Looks like a couple peasants going to come and try and repair. No, they're going to repair the wrong building and barely gets that Paladin out. So close. So very interesting. So I think the Blood Mage is going to feed the mana to the Paladin. He'll be able to heal all day like that, so long as he gets that mana. Looks like Yaws' base here may be doomed, and he may have to actually town portal out of here and just keep his heroes for the rest of the game and do the old hero micro when you have nothing left and just save a farm or something like that. Good old Warcraft 3. Gotta love that. Keep under siege there by not only Glaive Throwers, but Ancient Protectors as well. Looks like the Glaive Throwers going after that last bastion of defense, that Arcane Tower here. And Grubby coming in with some Demolishers to try and deal with these Ancient Protectors, but there's so many Huntresses on the field. And even though they have unarmored armor, which I don't know if that's a phrase. Is that actually a phrase, unarmored armor? That doesn't make any sense, but in the world of Warcraft 3, it certainly does. Unarmored armor does make sense to any Warcraft 3 player, so we're going to go with that. We're going with it. And a Paladin being fed mana here, and that's something you don't see every day at all. That is very interesting. And normally you see a Paladin being fed mana sometimes later on in the game as a third hero, usually, but not right now. Usually have a Mountain King with the Blood Mage, or at least an Archmage. Now, if you haven't watched last game, it was a replay of the week, and it was amazing. The Blood Mage was actually second to an Archmage, and the Blood Mage siphoned so much mana that game, it had to have been in the thousands that he siphoned and gave to his Archmage and such, and it was just amazing. Shadowhunter falls, and now the Paladin and Blood Mage here in a little bit of trouble. The Blood Mage may get surrounded here, and that's his only hero. Not going to be able to revive that. Maybe Tavern Revive at the very best. But looks like he will stay alive for now. And these Huntresses are just getting mangled by the Demolishers' siege damage. And now the Blade Master level 3. And Paladin very low on health. And I apologize if my voice is still not quite up to par. I'm still a little bit sick. Actually, I'm over it, and I would say that I'm not sick anymore, but still have that post-sickness congestion kind of thing. And it feels like I have a golf ball in my sinuses. So it's kind of like I'm talking with my nose plugged. I'm very sorry about that. But, hey, what are you going to do? Gotta cast Warcraft 3 when you gotta cast Warcraft 3. An Ancient Protector here falls. Another Ancient Protector will fall here soon to these Demolishers. And there isn't much left to this base at all. And he has to keep this base alive. Either that, or use these peasants here that are in trouble right now. 3 Huntresses over here pecking away at these peasants, and is Grubby going to come and save them? And looks like he is. Going to lose 1, maybe 2 of them. And can he shoo these Huntresses away or not? Will shoo them away. Shoo, pesky, annoying Huntresses. And asking his ally if he wants to remake the base. He says, hit him hard. And a lot of archers now, and a lot of Huntresses using Serpent Wards, which is something you just don't see every day. Now, Serpent Wards are not bad, but usually Hex is just a little bit better in terms of high skill, high micro gameplay. The reason why he's getting those Serpent Wards now, as I said earlier, they do extra damage, they do piercing damage to the Huntress. And now at level 1, Serpent Wards are pretty bleh. Once you get them level 2, particularly level 3, they are actually quite good. I think at level 2 they do in the mid-20s, and I think at level 3 they do low 30s. Something like that. I'm not exactly sure on the exact stats. but they do just about as much, maybe a little bit less than a headhunter per shot, which is actually quite good. Now the Paladin here, healing up some units. Not sure it's going to last much longer. Blood Mage eating up mana, 300 mana on that Blood Mage there. I think I actually called him an Archmage for a second there. He's a Blood Mage.
We're under attack.
We'll have to mute the mic once in a great while here. I apologize, but sometimes I have to clear my throat. And the Blood Mage here still just siphoning mana away, having a good time. And 145 mana on that Paladin, still good to go. Still can transfer mana to the Paladin, can transfer mana to the Shadowhunter as well. So there's just going to be unlimited healing here, so long as this Blood Mage can steal, continuously steal mana here. So there's a lot of mana to be had. I'm going to go after the Burning Archer camp, because why not? There is a Lightning Revenant in the mix here. And it looks like the Archmage is going to steal all this Lightning Revenant's mana. And really juicing it. I think he stole about 150 mana from that Revenant. Pendant of Energy on the ground. Paladin pick it up? Oh no, the Shadowhunter has picked it up. It looks like the Shadowhunter has given that mana to the Blood Mage so he can hold even more mana. So 570 max mana on a Blood Mage would be unbelievable, because you could just give 570 mana to his allies. And that is a lot of mana. And by the time he ends up giving that mana to an ally, he's going to steal even more mana. So it's just endless at this point. Now level 2, no, level 1 wards. Thought he was level 3 Shadowhunter. Still level 1 on only 11 to 13, so they are pretty much, honestly, a little useless at level 1. But they do a little extra damage to these Huntresses with the unarmored armor, as we have gone over before, which is a word in Warcraft 3, I promise. I didn't just make it up. Unarmored armor. Huntresses here, going after the Demolishers. Demolishers in trouble. Heroes in trouble too. They're surrounded. And can they make it out of here? It looks like a Huntress is going to fall here. Another Huntress falls immediately. It's demolished, splattered into little bits here. Huntress is just getting demolished. And literally, get it? Because they're getting demolished by Demolishers. You guys get it. Now, Shadowhunters still going out of here. He's level 2, still not level 3, level 3 Paladin, level 4 Blade Master, we have a level 4 and a level 3 for the other team here. And these Huntresses just keep coming. They are endless and dying just the same here. Really feeding their opponents right now with all these Huntresses. I would like to see some Druids at the Talon and putting some, putting some Fairy Fire. Oh my god, I couldn't even think of the word for a second there. Some Fairy Fire on these units would be really great, especially on the Blade Master. He has no way to take this away right now. He doesn't have any Shamans, doesn't have any Spirit Walkers, doesn't have any way to take away that Fairy Fire. So he would be totally visible. Fairy Fire would, I think, would dominate this game. Even just a few of them mixed in the pack to put, that's all you would need to put Fairy Fire in all 4 of these heroes. They would be very weak at that point. It would demolish their armor and make them much more vulnerable to attack. Not only that, you'd be able to see that Blade Master. And to be able to see a Blade Master is absolutely invaluable. I really think that's all it would take to really at least start to try and turn the tides around a little bit at the very least. Level 2 Serpent Ward's now 23 to 26, so yeah, about mid-20s there on the level 2. So that's starting to get pretty good against these Huntresses. Doing 23 to 26 damage plus the bonus damage to unarmored is pretty decent. Paladin is just burning up his hands with that Holy Light. He is overheating, he's healed so much. And now the Blood Mage finally nearly out of mana. And gonna steal a little bit of mana. Why not? And stole 70 mana in that split second. There's so much mana. That's why the Blood Mage lately has been so good. Not that he's been buffed or anything. It's just nobody really used him before all that much. And I want to say all that much because I don't want to say nobody ever used him, because that's not true. But lately in my replays, I have seen a lot of Blood Mage play, and it's just been really, really paying off. So I highly recommend the Blood Mage right now. And banishing some units to keep them alive, really defensively banishing. And Blood Mage in a little bit of trouble here. So many Huntresses. There are just so many. I can't even count them all. All the heroes in retreat. The Demolishers in retreat. Still pounding out Demolishers, though. 2 in this barracks. Need to split that up, and the other one in the other barracks there to speed that process up a little bit. Scroll speed. Going to take those Demolishers out of there. Take them to safety. Flame Strike hits a lot of units there. He even hits a grunt. Poor guy. And now these units are totally damaged, and Blade Master's trying to get ahead of the group. He's trying to get some of the frontal ones, so that way he can just turn around and hit some of the ones in the back, like so. And gonna get himself an archer kill, maybe even a second archer kill there. Nom 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 nom, eating him up, and another final archer kill for now. Meanwhile, the Demolishers here are out in the open, just a Shadow Hunter to defend them, and getting a little jacked up here by the Night Elf. Blade Master hidden in the back here, waiting for individual units to come on back. Gets himself level 5. Doesn't even have to get out of stealth to do it. Another Huntress will fall here. Gonna Windwalk. Gonna try and Windwalk to the front again. Hopefully, nope, not gonna be able to make it this time. And there goes a little bit of mana, but he broke the spell. Well, actually, the spell was broken by the fact he didn't have any mana to give. Ooh, now Yaws' base is under attack. He only has these 2, I believe. Only has those 2 on the map. Those cannot fall. Blade Master all up in the guts of Ravecharmer here. And trying to get around, and it looks like this Priest of the Moon will fall here. I don't think she's going to be able to get out of there. Nope, does not do that. And now the Blade Master's in trouble. And how much mana does he have? He does not have enough mana to get out of there. Can the Blood Mage give him some mana? He says stay. And they are winning. Now the Demolishers here are working on the Altar of Elders. Priest of the Moon will not be revived. Gonna have to Tavern Reviver, if anything. And that building there about to fall.
Our allied town is being attacked.
And the Tree of Life will fall soon here to these Demolishers. Still level 2 wards, level 3 Shadow Hunter. So we'll see if he gets level 3 wards at level 5 or not. Probably going to get level 3 heal, I would assume, in level 3 here. Now the farm is in trouble here. Looks like we have a couple peons moving over. I'm going to try and repair this, I think. That farm cannot fall. I'll go back to the action, though. And now the Shadow Hunter heavily damaged. And now starting to steal a ton of mana here. 250 mana on the Blood Mage now. Who will he decide to get? Gonna have to give that mana to the Shadow Hunter, I would imagine, as the whole team here needs healing. Uh-oh, Blood Mage in trouble now. The Entangle is on him. And these Huntresses got mangled there by a Flame Strike. And all of the Huntresses gone. That was all of them. They were all so low. And the Doctor ordered a Flame Strike. The Huntresses got their Flame Strike. They filled that prescription. And so all of those Huntresses got totally burned in numerous ways. Grunt gonna give his life here for these peasants to repair this farm. The farm is still alive. It did not fall. And I'd like to see a watchtower here. Just to complete the whole guarding thing. Just one watchtower. Just one. Just to chill there. Just to say, no, this farm is off limits. We have put a tower here. No. So many Demolishers are now moving out across the map. We've got a good solid 6 Demolishers. And enough to kill anything that moves. Tree of Life here, trying to entangle a gold mine. No more gold left on the map. Nope. Actually, we have a little bit. We have 200 here. We have 290 here. No gold being mined back here, so I was dead wrong about that gold. But not much left. 200 is really not much at all. Tree of Life in the wrong place at the wrong time. Going to fall very quickly to those Demolishers. And now moving out to Maiwat's base. Ravecharmer's base is no more, not functional anymore. I still want to see those Druids of the town, but he's making Hippogriff Riders, which could work against these Demolishers, but not against the Serpent Wards, the Blood Mage, and the Shadow Hunter. Not that they particularly do too much to air.
We're under attack.
But I still think Druids of the Talon would have been an excellent choice this match earlier. Not so much now. With all the Demolishers out, they really wouldn't do much. But Fairy Fire on these heroes would have done a world of difference. All those Huntresses throwing all those glaives with all that less armor would have just equated to much, much more damage. 450, nearly 500 mana on this Blood Mage. Enough to go around to anybody who steals a little bit more for good measure. And there's just so much mana on this Mage here. He's just going to pound it into this Paladin. Eat that mana. You will eat it. And these Hippogriffs, not enough. This base on its last limb. No Priestess of the Moon has been revived. Looks like there is not enough funds to do that. Ravecharmer gave all of his funds to his ally. His ally has no more funds either. Not looking too good. Blood Mage takes an entangle there, banishes himself. And now forced into the corner of his base, nowhere to run. Serpent Wards everywhere. And my Watt has to GG, so the Night Elf team GG's out, leaving Yaws and Grubby the winner. And a Flame Strike at the end for good measure there, burning them up. It's a very excellent game. Lots of interesting hero play. I've never casted the map before, so that's cool. Lots of interesting creeps on the map. And I really dug that Blood Mage. I've actually seen that a lot lately. And once again, don't mean to advertise too much here, but my last replay that I casted was very excellent. If you really like Blood Mage play, watch that one. I think thousands of mana were stolen last game that I cast. Probably upwards of 4,000 mana. I have no idea, but a lot. It was just unbelievable. It was the best Blood Mage play I've ever seen. And but this game was amazing as well. Lots of interesting units. And that Ancient Protector Siege, how about that? And that one farm nearly fell, but not quite. Those peons to the rescue. So, a pretty interesting game. Hope you guys enjoyed this top replay, and I'll see you guys next time.